Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode, and we got a lot to discuss. So Quavo and Quavo's family continue to betray Cardi B, and we also got to talk about the fact that a lot of people feel like the Nicki and Cardi B beef has gone too far. Should they make amends? Okay, but let's start off with Quavo. So Quavo's mom posted on Facebook, "She's the baddest of all time and will forever be my girl." Talking about Nicki Minaj at the Video Music Awards, dissing Criminal B, Megan Thee Stallion, possibly Doja Cat, all of her sons, okay? And if you guys remember, Quavo and Takeoff, RIP, went on I think it was Drink Champs, and said that they prefer Nicki Minaj over Cardi B.
Or Cardi B.
Ashley Miracle.
Not me, yo.
Ashley Miracle.
This is mad. I'm taking a shot.
That was sinister lesson shit, man.
Ashley Miracle.
I'm gonna say Nicki.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say the same thing though. That's crazy.
Ashley Miracle.
So you said Nicki.
Yeah.
So, Off the Cheat, revealed that he's really not related to Quavo and Takeoff, but they do have a family bond, or they were supposed to have a family bond. So the fact that Quavo's family is bigging up Nicki Minaj, and, him and Off the Cheat and Cardi B are supposed to be making amends because, their relationship is a little bit rocky. It's a little bit suspect. Is the family feuding again? I don't fully believe that Quavo and Off the Cheat are fully back cool. Okay? I think that he still has issues with Off the Cheat leaving the group. And now that Takeoff passed away, the group will never be the same. I don't think that they should get back together because they were flopping. But it's very interesting that Quavo now is showing love to Nicki Minaj, and his family is showing love to Nicki Minaj because Quavo betrayed Nicki Minaj back in 2018 during the hate train. He revealed in Huncho Dreams how he was smashing Nicki Minaj, which is allegedly true. Allegedly, he does have receipts proving that he did smash Nicki Minaj. But that's why they stopped being cool. Remember, Nicki always was taking pictures with Quavo. They had did a song together before Motorsport. So I feel like, well, if you choosing Nicki now, why did you betray that friendship before? Okay? And I think that Off the Cheat and Criminal B were in his ear and told him to make Huncho Dreams to embarrass Nicki Minaj and put her on blast. Originally, he was New Boy. If you guys remember, back in 2018, Nicki always used to say New Boy this, New Boy that, and he allegedly was New Boy. But then, she started dating Lewis Hamilton, and now she is with her husband, Kenny, okay? I just feel like, Quavo and his family are clout chasing, that they're trying to use Nicki Minaj, and they want to make amends with Nicki Minaj because, they think that Nicki can save Quavo's career. I don't think she's going to save his career. Huncho Dreams was a very disrespectful record, and I think that she should let him flop. That's not her responsibility. If she wants to save Quavo's career, I think she should sign him to a 360 deal on Heavy on It and do a collaboration. And every time he opened up his big fat mouth, she making money. That's what I think she should do. If she worked with Quavo again, which I highly doubt she would, I think she needs to sign him to a 360 deal to Heavy on It and make sure that every time he opened up his big fat mouth, she gets a coin. And I think that's how you play chess. Now, a lot of people are very scared about this Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beef, especially with the fact that Kenny's friend was making all these videos on social media, having Kenny in the camera. Kenny's friend said that he was going to knock the veneers out of Cardi B's mouth.
And knock the veneers out of mouth. Stupid. Bull mouth.
Niggas ain't playing, man. Niggas is fucking clowns, homie. Super fucking clowns.
See, to me, if I'm looking from the outside in, I feel like, well, the beef is Cardi B's fault. Okay? It never had to get to this physical level where, each other's crew want to put hands on the other crew. Okay? If Criminal B did not throw a shoe at Nicki Minaj at the Harper Bazaar event back in 2018 over a fake tweet, if Cardi B never did that, she was thinking obviously it was Love and Hip Hop, sadly mistaken, it would have never escalated to that level. Because one thing about Nicki, she's not really a violent person. You can tell because Cardi B is not the only female rapper she's gone back and forth with. Okay? She went back and forth with Lil Kim for years, but it never reached that level. Now, Lil Kim reached that level with Foxy, okay? But she never had that same, aggression with Nicki Minaj, okay? And, Nicki, this Little Mama, it never reached that level. Nicki and Meg never reached that level. But because Cardi B took off her smelly shoe and threw it at Nicki Minaj, ended up with a knot on her head, thanks to Ra Ali, now it has escalated to that level. And I think that secretly, I know Nicki will never really admit it, but secretly I think Nicki wants her lick back. Even though she didn't get hurt, it's the fact that Cardi B had the audacity to throw a shoe at Nicki Minaj. That's like Rihanna throwing a shoe at Queen B. Like, you really understand how ghetto and ratchet and disrespectful. Like, she had no respect for Nicki Minaj. Okay? She was like, girl, I'm finna drag you. She was gonna try to drag Nicki Minaj like those girls do on the reality show. She had no respect for Nicki Minaj, and that's why Nicki stays on her ass. Okay? She shouldn't have taken it that far. So I really don't feel bad for Cardi B any way, shape, or form. And then on top of that, she is a thug and criminal herself. I know a lot of people don't want to admit it, but Cardi B has admitted several times how, she used to give men substances so she can rob them. I ain't forget that. I mean, the audio is everywhere. Okay? So Cardi B, that's not really allegedly when she admitted that. And then on top of that, Cardi B hired men to throw bottles at women because they were sleeping with off the cheat. So it's like she is a person that gets aggressive very easily. She can't control her anger. I think that Cardi B should actually go to anger management classes. Maybe her and Chris Brown can do like a class together. Even though Off the Cheat is scared of Chris Brown, he was running for him, when Chris Breezy wanted to give him that fade. But maybe these two angry beige people can go to anger management class so that way they can control their emotions. Because Cardi B can't control her emotions on social media. She definitely can't control it in person. Neither can Chris Breezy, the colorist. To me, they would be a match made in heaven. I always wanted Chris Breezy, the colorist, and Cardi B to get together. That would be hilarious, okay? Somebody need to film that. Moving on to Ice Spice. Ice Spice is the female rapper with the most weeks on the Payola Hot 100 so far this year with 93 weeks. Nicki Minaj, I believe, has 63 weeks. And QUÄV0 with a lot of payola and 10K sales first week on her second album did 44 weeks so far in 2023. So congratulations to Ice. But I do feel like slightly Ice Spice still has fallen off. Okay, just slightly. Because I feel like when it comes to her solo records, it don't get the same type of hype as her collaborations. Like, what was her Red Ruby this year? What was her Red Ruby? Okay? You know how Nicki came out with Red Ruby and everybody was hype? Still the highest solo debut for a female rapper. No shade. I'm just putting that out there. And I feel like with Ice Spice, even though she came out with Delulu, right? The hype died down very quickly. I don't know why. To me, I think that Ice, she does sound the same in a lot of her records. No shade. She just do. I feel like she needs to expand. And I also feel like, she collaborated with Nickiminaj too soon in her career. Because now I feel like she don't have her own fan base. And, it was a lot of the Barbs supporting her. She wasn't able to really find out who her core fans are. Who are the people supporting you when you don't have those A-list collaborations? The Dusties ain't going to support her. Okay? The Dusties are racist. The chart-obsessed racist ex-boyfriend called her a chubby Chinese lady. Okay? I didn't forget that. And then even QUÄV0, she collaborated with Nicki Minaj, but the Barbs don't support QUÄV0. So, this is why it's important for female rappers to have their own fan base and not collaborate with Nicki or Cardi B too soon, because then, the other fan base may not support you. You're not able to really see who's really for you when you're not working with these big A-list artists, okay? Even Glow Stick. See how Glow Stick career ended as soon as she collaborated with Cardi B. Oh my goodness, it was over. I actually was the first to tell y'all that Cardi B sucked the life out of Glow Stick's career. I was reaching. I was hating. I didn't know what I was talking about. You're just a Nicki fan. But then look at Glow Stick. Struggling for another hit. Struggling for another Yesterday too. Nobody's checking for her. And I was proven to be right yet again. Finally, people are waking up to Doja the Devil. Doja the Demon is getting exposed. So, Demons by Doja Badu, the Devil, departs from the Payola Hot 100. The song debuted at number 46. She released that record the same time as Last Time I Saw You. And Last Time I Saw You debuted at number 23 on the Payola Hot 100. And so fans are wondering, how comes 3 of her recent singles have flopped, but The Town Is Dead went number 1? They don't believe that Doja Cat is not getting any payola. But when I said it, I was reaching. I told you Doja Badu got one of the best payola packages in the world. Okay? Top 2. She's not number 1 like Champagne Thickums, but she's top 2. And, like I told you guys before, they have a special connection as to why they get a lot of different things in the industry. But I don't understand why you guys are surprised that Doja Cat is getting payola. I mean, people expect me to believe The Town Is Dead went straight to number 1, but nothing on the Planet Her album went number 1. Women, Kiss Me More, I Need to Know, okay? Even Streets, that was on Hot Pink, was a hotter record to me on TikTok. That thing was blowing up on TikTok, and that didn't even go number 1. Say So, without Nicki Minaj, did not go number 1. So you expect me to believe The Town Is Dead is an organic hit, okay? It's like people want me to be dumb, like them, okay? Unfortunately, you guys can be stupid. I will not. And I know for a fact that Doja Cat is getting payola, and that's why she don't talk about her stats. She says slick stuff about her stats in her raps to get the people talking. But if you notice, when she breaks a record, she never retweets it. She never reposts. her record-breaking hits. Anytime she breaks a record on payola, or if Chart Data posts something, she don't repost it or none of that because she knows the stats are fake. Okay? So, Doja Cat is getting payola, and she has been exposed. Now, moving on to Tanaje. So she liked an interesting tweet. Then she ended up having to delete it because Team Colorist was coming after her. Team Breezy, the colorist. Now, the tweet reads, "You already know we riding with you. I got a good feeling you rejected Chris. He's still butthurt over it. And that would explain his hostility and weird obsession with you." Now, I will say I don't believe that Chris Breezy, the colorist, is obsessed with Tanaje. I think that's a reach. But I do feel like he has a lot of hostility towards Black women. And it's sad to see so many people, especially Black women, cape for Chris Breezy, the colorist, being that he wouldn't even spit on you if you was on fire. Like, it's actually very embarrassing to see a lot of Black women be like, "Oh, Chris Brown was blackballed. Oh, they picking on Chris Breezy, the colorist." Like, he didn't get blackballed for putting hands on one of the biggest superstars in the world. You act like he got blackballed because he light-skinned and he got blonde hair. Okay? He got blackballed because he beat up Rihanna. Let's be very clear. It wasn't just because of nothing. Okay? No shade. And then on top of that, he got a restraining order on him. It probably expired by now, but he had a restraining order with Carucci. And then on top of that, he put the pause on Frank Ocean. His crew beat up Usher. Usher covered for him. Tiana covered for him, even though he cursed her out at his birthday party a few months ago. So, what y'all don't understand is, like, Chris Brown is the cause for a lot of the drama that's in his career. I don't feel bad for him. And another thing I noticed is, like, when you light skin, you can get away with a lot of stuff because it's like Tory Lanez has to get held accountable. No DNA evidence, no video evidence, but he has to get held accountable, as he should. But Chris Breezy, the colorist, don't have to get held accountable. It's like he can do all the crimes he want, but, he get away with it. Oh, poor Chris. Oh, Chris is getting bullied. It's like, y'all are colorist. That's another example of colorism. Tory Lanez, he's a short, brown skin, bald Black man, okay? And Chris Brown is a light-skinned guy with freckles with good hair, so he can commit crimes. That's what y'all telling me. Because he didn't get blackballed for no reason. Okay? It's not like he got blackballed because he said Yo Miley was good. He got blackballed for putting hands on Rihanna. Okay? Let's be very clear. So no, I don't feel bad that he's having issues in the industry. He need to keep his hands to himself. Just like y'all was saying Tory Lanez should have kept his pistol to himself. Okay? Remember that? So that's what I don't understand. It's like y'all be picking and choosing because y'all secretly are colorists. Do I believe that, he tried to smash Tanaje? Absolutely. Tanaje is a very pretty girl. She light-skinned. She's exactly his type. She might be a tint lighter than Rihanna. He liked them type of girls. The brown-skinned, dark-skinned girls, he not really checking for. And y'all know that. Okay? So I do believe he would smash Tanaje, and he probably has tried to smash Tanaje. But I don't believe that he's obsessed with Tanaje. Okay, I believe he was obsessed with Carucci. Okay, maybe if she had given him some coochie, he would have been a little bit nicer. But he wasn't nice to Carucci, and she was giving him coochie, and he and her were sleeping with other women. Okay, doing what Tiana and Iman was doing, and he still pushed her down a flight of stairs. That's why she got the restraining order, and it was approved. We can look at how Rihanna's face was that night after the scammies for evidence. So it's not alleged. So to me, I don't really feel bad for Chris Breezy, the colorist. I do think he went too hard with Tanaje, and all the people that are caping for him are secretly colorists, because it's one thing to hold, the Trey Songz and R. Kelly and Tory accountable, but we can't hold Chris Breezy accountable for nothing. you know, everything he do, he innocent. Like, that's unrealistic. Stop. Moving on to Lil Kim. We gotta pray for Lil Kim. She's clearly going through it. Who edited this ebony cover? She looks a mess. The filtering for this ebony cover looks bad. Okay? And I'm not hating on Lil Kim. Lil Kim is a legend, but she did too much work to her face. Okay? And I understand, you know, Biggie put his hands on Lil Kim and, you know, other men put hands on Lil Kim, so that's why she had to get a nose job. But she didn't have to bleach that hard. And it looked like she got fillers. Why her face shaped like that? Okay, so, you know, the nose job might have been necessary, but she didn't have to bleach, and she definitely did not have to get fillers in her face. Okay, because Lil Kim was beautiful back in the day. She let them men destroy her, and that's why her career is in the toilet now. Okay? She be having too many people in her ear. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for tuning in to my podcast. I will see you guys in the next episode, and have a great day.